This sugya, which is the first one that we did this year, deals with the concept, or the exceptions to the concept of adamu ad olam, that a person is always responsible for the damage that they do, and has to pay in full, and gives us examples where someone can break something and damage something and yet not have to pay. So here we go. Amar Rabba said, Zarak kli mirosh hagag, if someone threw an object, mirosh hagag, from off a roof, uva acher v'shivrov makel, and someone else came and broke it with a stick, patur. The person who broke it when it was on the way down is patur. My tama, what's the reason for this? Mana tavira tavar. Literally means he broke a broken object. Meaning that since the object was going to break on the ground anyway because it was thrown off the roof, therefore it was considered to be broken before it hit the ground, and therefore the person who broke it is patur because it was basically considered to be broken already. That's case number one. V'amar Rabba, and Rabba also says the following: Zarak kli mirosh hagag, if someone threw an object off a roof, v'hayu tachtav, and there was beneath it karim uksatot, cushions or pillows that it was going to land on. Ba'acher, someone else came along, uslakan, and removed those pillows. Oh, or kadam, the person who threw the thing off the roof, went ahead, uslakan, and removed them, and caused them to break. Patur. He is exempt. We're going to discuss afterwards. We'll discuss afterwards who is exempt. My tama, what's the reason for this? But in the deshadye, because of the time that he removed them, psuke mifsuke gire. The time that he removed the pillows, psuke mifsuke gire literally means the arrow had already been shot. The psuke mifsuke means it was over gire. The force was already over. The arrow was already done. This means that at the time the object was pulled away, all the force was used up. So when you pull the pillow away, you're patur because you're not putting any force into the object, and the person who threw it is patur because their entire force was used up. The pillow was still there, and therefore you can't say that their throwing was an act of damage. So now let's read some Rashis to help us understand this a little better. So in the first case where the object was smashed before it hit the ground, so Zarak, Rashi says, who was the one who threw it? Bal hakli, kli mirosh hagag, the owner of the object threw the object off a roof. Now why would Rashi say that? Well, the Gemara says patur. And the Gemara saying patur implies that everybody is patur in this case. The person who threw it and the person who broke it before it hit the ground. Now, why would the person who took someone's object and threw it off a roof be patur to have to pay? So clearly, Zarak, who threw it, balakli kli mirosh hagag, must be the person who owned the object was the one who threw it. Patur. Who's patur here? Zesh shibrov makel, the person who broke it with a stick is patur. Kodem shvirata, Zesh shibrov makel kodem shvirata. This person who broke it with a stick before it smashed on the ground is patur. Why? Shrei sofa li shaber, it was going to break anyway. Now let's see Rashi in the second case. Zarak, mazik, a person who's a damager, right? Someone who came along and took the object without permission, not the owner in this case. Kelim mirosh hagag, objects from the top of a roof. Hayu tachtav karim satot, etc. And there were pillows that it was going to land on. The reason in this case we have to say that it was it was someone else who threw the object off the roof, not the owner, is because the Gemara says, well, if the same person threw it and the same person came and pulled the pillows away, you're patur. Now, if the owner was the one who threw it, and therefore the owner is the one who's pulling the pillows away, clearly is patur. The only person involved is the owner. So the only way this Gemara makes sense is if there's somebody else involved, aka the person who threw it off the roof. So that's why in this case, when it says Zarak, mazik, a damager came. So now why is everyone patur here? Because from the throw itself it wasn't going to break until the pillows were removed. So the throw itself is not an act of damage because the throw was fine. The throw was going to land on pillows. And that this person who pulled the pillows away, even if the person who threw the object is also the one who pulled it away, patur, this person is exempt. Why? It's indirect damage. And indirect damage you don't pay for. Again, you're not direct because you're pulling a pillow away. And the throw is not a direct damage because it was going to land on pillows. And the pulling the pillow away is not chayav. You're not chayav because it's indirect because you didn't actually put the force on the object. You just moved something out of the object's way. Now, just to read this through one more time quickly, Va'amara, Rabba said, Zarak kli mirosh hagag, if someone threw an object off a roof, in this case it's the owner, and someone else came and broke it with a stick before it hit the ground, patur, the person who broke it is patur, maitama, what's the reason for that? Mana tavir tabar, they broke a broken object. Va'amara, Rabba also said, Zarak kli mirosh hagag, if someone threw an object off a roof, meaning someone else's object, Vayu tachtav karim ksatot, and it was going to land on pillows, Ba'acher, someone else came along, uslakan, and removed them. Oh, or kadam uslakan, the person who threw the object went ahead and removed these pillows, meaning they were the only one involved and it wasn't their object. Still, patur, everybody is exempt. My tama, what's the reason for this? Because ba'inna deshadya, at the time of the removal of the pillows, psuke miske gire. Psuke miske means it was over. Gire, in this case, we'll call it the force. The force was completed, meaning there's no more force in the object when the object is in the air, and then he removes the pillows. That means that the throw was not an act of damage because the force is used up, and it's still going to land. It's going to land softly on the pillows. And when the person pulls the pillow away, there's no more force, and not putting any force into it. They're just removing a pillow, and therefore everyone is patur.